All right, everybody, here we go. Dirty Thursday brought to you by River City Speedway. Myself and my gracious co-host, Stephen Lewis, in the studio today. See the hat? Forks Karting Association got their big drawing. Somebody's going to walk out of here with 5 Gs. We got another $2,500 winner and a $1,000 winner. It's all coming up. And we are talking to a couple of FKA drivers. We've got Charlie Paradis and Jaelynn Ross in the studio. And last but not least, the one, the only, Brady Johnson. Man, that is a lot of applause, isn't it? Show today, by the way, brought to you by Executive Properties. Are you still putting off that project around the house that's been bugging you forever? Do you think you can wait until spring and call a contractor and have the work done ASAP? Well, good luck with that. Executive Properties has openings right now to get that project done. In fact, you can check out their Google reviews. Aaron says Chris and his team did a spectacular job in the damage to my aunt's garage and siding. Kept us up to date on the progress, and the finished product was amazing. Thank you for your professionalism and hard work. Hey, get that project done sooner than later. Call Executive Properties, 701-330-1273. And Executive Properties is now taking reservations for snow removal, too, so you got the phone number. Call them up. Yeah, I remember what it was like to shovel yesterday. It sucked. All right, here we go. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to call. Our number here at the studio at Grand Forks Best Source is 701-213-0863, 701-213-0863. And before we get going too much into the show, let's do it, our daily segment, Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Got a couple of them because they're both bad. We'll see what you guys think about this one. Let's see. Why do birds fly south for the winter? Why do birds fly south for the winter? Anybody know? Anybody know? Well, because it's too far to walk. Come on, you guys. That was brutal, wasn't it?
We'll try the next one. We'll see.
Okay. What do you have in December, though, that you don't have any other month? What do you have in December that you don't have any other month? The letter D. Okay. That's another.
Okay, well.
No, Dale didn't like either one of them. I do want to mention one thing before we get going here, though. Tonight, Eagles will have a free will offer spaghetti feed with the proceeds going to the Veterans Honor Flight of North Dakota, Minnesota. They'll be serving from 5 to 7. That's at the Eagles tonight. There'll be trivia and also a meat raffle. The Red River Valley motorcyclists will also be selling raffle tickets for the Veterans Honor Flight, North Dakota, Minnesota. Ran into Don Roberts last night, and he said they're trying to get 3 flights to leave Grand Forks for this new honor flight. That is awfully cool. So, again, thank you, Don. And, again, go check that out. Help them out. 5 to 7 tonight. Let's get some more veterans out to D.C. That will be at the Eagles. All right, let's go around the corner, see how everybody's doing. First off, how you doing, man?
Not too bad, John. How are you?
Good, good, good. How's the off-season treating you?
That's good.
Yeah, yeah?
Not much going on.
You're looking good.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
You tell he's been in here a few times, huh?
Couple. Just
Yeah.
a couple.
Okay, what's your name, dude?
Charlie
Charlie what?
Paradis.
So the people that don't know Charlie Paradis, they're all going, what is Paradis? We're French people, right? Paradis? You get it? Yeah. Okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where do you live?
Erskine, Minnesota.
Erskine, Minnesota. And you got any brothers or sisters?
I've got 1 brother and 2 sisters.
Okay. And how old are you?
I am 14.
And what class do you race, or do you race more than one class?
I race 2 classes. I race Junior 1, Junior 2
Okay.
wing cart, and Junior 2 Yamaha.
Okay. Okay. And your dad's with you?
Yep.
And he races too? Oh, he doesn't? I thought he did. Okay. That one does. I know he does, but I thought Lonnie did too. Okay, and your name? Jaelynn. Oh, hold on. Try that. Jaelynn. Try that.
Jaelynn.
There we go. Jaelynn, what's your last name?
Ross.
Okay, and what class do you race?
I'm going into Junior 2 flat cart.
Okay, was that different than what you raced last year?
Yeah, last year I raced Junior 1 flat cart.
Okay, and what is the difference between a Junior 1 flat cart and a Junior 2 flat cart?
The Junior 2 flat carts go a little faster.
Okay, okay. And your dad races?
Yeah.
And what class does he race?
He races senior medium and masters flat cart.
Okay, is he any good?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you guys any good? No, what?
I can vouch for both of these drivers. They have both won multiple times this season. They are both aces on the track. You can check out the Forks Karting Facebook or YouTube pages. I have interviewed them both. You're both 5-star drivers.
Okay, all right,
I'm just
awesome.
gonna go out on a limb and say they're humble.
They're humble,
They didn't
yeah.
want to say how good they were.
Yeah, they're humble. We'll call that humble. They're both kind of quiet, though, I can tell you that. And you're not staring into the, what did you say that was earlier?
Camera.
No, when you were interviewed.
Oh, into the abyss.
The abyss. I like this kid. He's sharp.
I got something that'll help. Charlie, Jaelynn, burning question. I need to know this from you right now. What side of the fence are you on? Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
Oh, my goodness.
No,
No?
I don't think so.
Yay.
Yay? So you like pineapple on pizza, you don't? See, I will eat anything on anything.
We'll have to go back a month. I'll stay out of it. I was pretty strong on my response when it was when you were hosting on that one.
Would you? You like pineapple on pizza?
I don't believe pineapple on pizza is actually a thing.
It shouldn't be, but it's, neither is beer and chocolate.
To each their own, but
and there's all kinds
yeah.
of things that just don't seem. Coleslaw on pulled pork doesn't make any sense to me, but it's delicious.
Also, as long as it is in deep dish casserole.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I guess it's fine.
It's a
too,
deep
so.
dish. Hot dish?
Yeah, yep.
Hot dish and aren't they the same damn thing?
Complete with canned onion rings on top of it.
Oh,
so.
now you're talking. Now you're talking. And then you got people that goulash. It's just call it a hot dish or a casserole, whatever. I wanted to ask you guys. First, I'm going to ask you, Charlie. You are number 29, correct?
Yes.
How did you come up with number 29?
I was gonna go with number 22 because my brother-in-law Tyler Shao,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
but
Good B-mod driver.
that number was already taken, so I just had to go with another number. And
Okay.
29 stuck out to me.
Okay. And how did you come up with number 75?
I just picked a good.
Yep.
All right, I just picked a random number, and I just like the number 75, I guess.
Oh, okay. Tim Schwantz is saying Brady must have forgot his Men of Steel hat. Kaylee Elizabeth, both kids come from great families and are good drivers. Happy to see another girl out there kicking ass, too. We should get one of those kicking too. I don't have one of those swear buttons. Okay, now, what do you want to do? And I will get to you eventually. What do you want to do when you grow up?
We're talking race-wise?
We'll get there. What do you want to do? You can't race or do you want to race full-time for a living? If you can't race full-time for a living, what would you like to do to have a career to fall back on?
I'd like to work with my dad.
Yeah, I was going to say that's kind of a no-brainer. He'd be pretty fun to work with, too. That's a pretty good group of guys, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, how about you?
As much as I'd like to race, but that probably won't happen forever. But
You never know.
no, I don't know. But anyways, I'd be a lawyer. I plan on.
Wow. Okay. Man.
Reminded me of Victoria.
Yeah. Well, she's doing pretty well,
So,
too,
yeah.
over there. Okay, let's see. Now, if you do keep racing cars and you keep progressing, what kind of a car would you like to race?
Either a B-mod or a Sprint.
Okay, and the B-mods, you got all kinds of help because you know a lot of people that drive them. What does Dad think about maybe you jumping into a Sprint car?
Dad?
Hey, I hate to be that guy. But the farm shop the guys that I haul beets for, you should see the wings, the Sprint car wings in there that say Paradis Trucking on them. There's a bunch of them, and they look pretty cool. Just throwing that out there for you, Dad.
I was going to ask if there was a connection there. The first one I thought of was Casey because
Yep.
that used to be on their front and center all those years. So.
Yep, and that is it. I've known these guys. Well, that's where I hunt is that area. So, and if you keep driving race cars, what would you like to drive?
I would like to, if I went into big carts, I'd do sprint cars.
Boy, I wish I was this age again. Josh Schmaltz is a fan of beef tostada pizza with pineapple and jalapenos is the best pie around. That's correct. Oh, come on, really? I don't know about that one. I think I'd be facing the consequences for that for a couple of days, Okay, let's see. Maybe we should, let's keep talking a little bit here about racing first. How good you do this year? How many wins? Do you remember? Because I was there the last day, and I think you won one time the last day. The double show?
I think I won about 5.
Okay. How'd you do in points?
In Yamaha, I think I got 3rd.
Okay.
And in wing cart, I think I got 5th or 4th.
Okay. And how'd you do this year?
I forgot how many wins I got. Like 3.
If it's that many you can't remember, that must be a good year.
Not that many, but
Okay.
3 wins.
Okay.
And then in points, I got like I think 5th place overall.
Okay. Wow. You got anything?
Not yet.
Oh. Is there a race that you look forward to more than anything? Or is there somewhere where you'd like to go and race besides Forks Karting Association's racetrack?
Maybe Cedar.
Oh, okay. And how about you? Would you like to race anywhere else?
No, I don't think so. I like the Grand Forks track.
Okay, now we get to watch. I got Speed Vision and things like that, and they've got go-kart racing on all the time, but it's road course, asphalt, things like that. You prefer dirt, or would you like to try asphalt?
Dirt.
Yeah, how about you?
Dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that's so interesting because we got us here and then Fargo, but it's night and day different. There's not a lot of sharing carts or anything because it's so different.
Yeah. And I just think so many more people go to dirt when they get older instead of, well, let's face it, there's nowhere to drive asphalt around here unless you go down to Elko or something like
Well,
that.
yeah,
is there?
literally, Kart Club's the only thing asphalt, I think,
Right.
around here until you go to Elko. So,
Right.
Yeah.
And unless you're, what's his name that goes and drives Daytona and Talladega in the ARCA car from Fargo.
Bryce.
Yeah,
Bryce.
yeah.
Bryce Hageberg.
Yeah, so I think it'd be a big difference from the asphalt to the dirt. How old were you when you first started racing?
I would have been 10.
Okay, and how old were you when you first started?
I was 9,
Okay, and you're what now?
13.
And how old are you now?
14.
Oh wow, so they've been going at it for a while. So you guys aren't that far away from getting into a big car, are you? I'm waiting to see what the knot is behind you. Oh, that could be fun. I love it.
We're spending other people's money here today.
There
by
you
the sound
go.
of it,
There
so.
you go. And this is so fun because we've had over the last 4.5 years, we've had kids like this from Forks Karting Association come in here, and now they are racing big cars. I mean, McKenna Rommel,
McKenna, of course.
great example. She is the National WISSOTA Rookie of the Year for the B Mods, which is really cool, and that's worth a round of applause. And you know, we'll get her back on again, but I just had her and Joe on right before the end of the season, so we're just going to wait a little bit, but I'll make sure we can get her when she can skip school, and then she'll be way more happy about that. All right, I'm going to go to you now for a little bit here. We're not going to draw anything yet, but we're going to talk about this drawing. First off, what is the drawing? How many tickets? All the fun stuff.
All right, so we got 200 tickets sold. They're $100 a piece. The first prize that we'll draw for is one $1,000 drawing. The second drawing will be one $2,500 drawing, and then the grand prize will be a $5,000 drawing.
5 large. Wow. How many tickets were sold?
200.
And they're $100 a piece.
Yes.
Okay, now, what do you do with the money that is raised?
Just maintenance on the facility, improve safety like we've talked about before. Then a couple of things we have listed here. They want to finish the lights on the east end of the speedway. They want to install like safety lights, like them yellow, red, and green lights, so we can actually have something other than the flags and rely on the race
You can tell if there's
receivers.
a caution somewhere else
Yeah.
on the track. Yep.
Sometimes, I mean, we have those race receivers, and they're mandatory on our track. If we figure out that they're not working, we have to send you off. But at least if there's lights or something, they're still not working. There's something for them to bounce back on.
Something secondary.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, it's and I go to this all the time with Donnie's comments about Forks Karting Association Speedway. He says it's the best dirt track, go-kart track in the country. But here's the deal. Now, you guys have 2 of these raffles a year, pretty much. And it all goes, I mean, think about it in the last couple of years. I'm kind of putting you on the spot here. But you guys are constantly adding, fixing, repairing, making it better, different things. I mean, you got the spec shop now and all this, but some of the things that you guys have done there, even since you started, how far along that the Forks Karting Association track has come. But talk about some of the updates and the new things that you guys have done over the couple of years here.
Yeah, well, it came a long way. I started racing back in 2009, and I've been out there ever since. So
It's 15 years, man.
Yeah, makes me feel old.
Yeah.
Anyways, the pits were half the size. That was one of the bigger deals right away, is that we expanded the pits. Because everybody there's some pretty big trailers.
Oh,
out
yeah, there
there
is.
for-
Yep,
for
yep.
people that have multiple carts, or they just want to have the best of the best. To each their own. But the tech shed, they put in a new sound system, all new lights, and nice new LED lights throughout there. The next thing they want to work on towards is a new flag stand, because our new flag stand now is kind of starting to get a little old.
It's a little small for fat guys like me.
Yeah.
I know.
It's definitely a tight fit up there for sure.
Well, you should have seen it when it was him and I and Jeremy up there. Oh, boy.
It's a little, in my opinion, a little bit close too.
Yeah.
A little close.
I like it.
But
And then the other thing that with like the raffle is, as we've promoted a lot in this last season, the video with having Dale out there
Sure.
doing the broadcast and audio, video interviews after the races with the winners, and it did take off. It's made progress.
Now, with all of these updates that you guys are doing, I don't know how national shows or anything like that work, but I would imagine you're getting a lot more notoriety now, especially since the streaming and all of that kind of stuff, and with all the updates on the track. But do you think that could ever be in the future?
I'm not too sure. I guess I can't answer
I mean, I
that
know
or
that's
not.
a lot to ask right now, but
They've done a lot. We've done a lot with our own bigger shows.
Sure,
to kinda
sure.
Promote it up here. Try to get the word out as much as we can. But even in the last 5 to 7 years, with the only travelers we would get is on that sites weekend. And now that those dates collide with the construction project at the jail, we can't do the same weekends anymore. It's just kind of hard. to
yeah,
get
yeah.
a lot of out-of-towners. There's the people in the area that will drive every week. I mean, these guys drive an hour.
Sure.
every week.
Oh, yeah, yep. Is there something on Forks Karting Association's wish list? Is there something that right now, if Shazam, you had $1 million you'd be able to get? Is there anything like that on your wish list that maybe someday you keep working at it and stuff like that?
Can't hear you. Softball?
Oh, a softball.
Softball, yeah.
Yeah.
Barriers and stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of
Wow.
well, it's came a long way since when I was racing.
I was about
absolutely.
to
The
say
hay bales, those things were freaking horrible.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like you get high off the track and they just suck you right in.
Yep. Yeah.
I know do you guys, I don't know, have you guys ever hit the new barrels or hit the water?
He says, yeah. She's like, no. That was like last week we had Trey Hess in, and the picture we showed, did you see that when the two carts were they were crashing and everybody's doing like this and that? And he's knee deep into a dilly bar.
it's either improve the walls or get everyone a dilly bar. Like, it's one of those two things. So he didn't look worried at all. But
That is fun.
The other thing, you guys know Brendan Mullen, of course.
Oh, yeah.
It was the first night. I don't think it wasn't this. Dale, do you remember when that was?
Are you
Talking when he got.
are you talking about that special clip there
Yeah,
where?
when the cart spun out and knocked his legs out from underneath him.
Oh.
And he fell down.
Yeah, he got blindsided from behind. He bounced right up. He's okay, but I was like, oh man.
I don't know if Bobby has a picture of that. Does he? Bobby
We
would
have a video.
Oh, do you really? I haven't seen that
There's
yet.
video of that.
Okay.
He actually reached out to me yesterday, wondering he wants to be back on the show again. So we're gonna have to make sure we find
I
some
can
of this
send
stuff.
that to you guys in for the next show.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome to
Have a
have.
picture of him on the pole and then have a picture of him getting
I
wiped
was
out by a
just about to
go-kart.
say, Brendan's got the worst luck, and it's always caught too,
Oh
so.
boy. The help you guys have, how many people does it take to run a race on a Wednesday night? Because there's a lot of people. And are most of these people volunteers?
No, not a lot of them.
Okay.
There's some. I mean, Dad, he's all volunteer out
Yep.
there. But I mean, the flagmen and the track rep and the officials and the tech shed and the score shed or the registration shed, they're all paid, and that's
Okay.
another thing we're gonna have to look at. He left me a note here. We could probably use a little bit more help out there if anybody's interested in getting involved a little bit. But there's a lot of volunteer work during the week or people, if we need something done, they'll come out and help.
So,
like track cleanup.
You know,
weeks.
when it comes to the big racetrack that Stephen and I are used to more than anything, we know a lot of the times track prep starts immediately after the show is done that night. You know, guys don't just show up on Wednesday morning and start prepping the track, do you? Or is it as involved as it is with a big regular-sized dirt track?
I can't answer that completely, but I know Brandon and Adam Thorvaldsen, I know for sure they're out there on Tuesday nights. And
Sure.
if there's something that they don't like, they might, after their night's done, they might rip it up like a couple times this year. There's
Okay.
some stuff they didn't like with the track, and they tore it up.
Sure, and you guys are all confident enough in their knowledge on the racing surface that it's if you see them doing something, you don't even question them.
No, you don't even ask. They know what they're doing.
Wow.
Brandon's been out there for 20-something years now.
Sure. He started driving beat trucks for us this year.
That's what he was saying.
It's kind of fun having him in there. Now, do you have a schedule out yet for next year, or I suppose
yet.
that takes a little bit of
That
time?
was the other thing. We were going to have after this is all done, we're going to have a schedule members meeting, rules meeting, just kind of like to go over the year after we get our financial statement done for the year.
Sure.
So that will be out within like the next week or so.
Okay.
So pay attention to the social medias.
People watching the show, I know I have talked to people and I try to get them to get out there, but their kids are getting to the age now where they think they might be really interested in kart racing. What would you tell somebody? Maybe they got a 4 or 5 year old or whatever, and they keep thinking that this might be the cool thing or a fun thing for them to do. And not to mention, it's not all about the kids. I mean, it is, but it's a family fun thing where the whole family can go. What do you say about that? And what can they do to get their foot wet, to get their feet wet, or to get a start? Are there places you can look for maybe used equipment and all of that kind of stuff? Where would you start? If I called you up and said, Brady, my neighbor's kid wants to race, what should we tell them?
Well, the biggest thing we always tell them is why don't they come out to the track on a Wednesday night or something, watch the races, kind of so they can see what's going on. Because, you know, some parents will come out there and, oh, my kid will ride this dirt bike or ride this ATV or fly around in this go-kart in the yard. Well,
And they get in and they're scared to
they're
death.
scared to death. And it's a complete different deal. So we promote to have them come out, and we have kind enough members out there to where they'll let them take their cart out afterwards. And then if they are interested in it again, you know, people usually have stuff for sale. There's the social media buy and sell groups all over. There's distributors. I mean, or like Brad Gilbertson, he does a lot of selling of stuff. He has a lot of carts. There's countless people out there that will help you get in the right direction.
You know, we all know how fast these carts can go, but the youngest class, the very beginner class. Now, I'm going to say 1 would be the least safe, 10 would be the most safe. That very first beginner's class, how safe is it? I mean, what do they go about? They don't go very fast. They're governed and all of that, but it's pretty safe, isn't it?
You can't catch them if you're running after. At least I can't.
Well, I don't think I could either, but I bet you he probably could.
They're safe. I mean, all carts are the same. I mean, that's why we implement the safety gear, the neck brace, helmet, the chest protector. But the experience of the kids, with the parents needing to teach them where the gas and brake are, what they got to do on the track, kind of just the fundamentals of it. There's got to be more teaching on that end of it.
Yep.
That's the most unsafe part.
Right. Oh, sure.
But
Just putting them in
other
a
than
cart
that,
and saying, figure it out.
Figure it out.
You know, I would imagine kids could probably wipe out their bicycle at 8 years old, 6 years old, and probably get hurt more than they would if they bang a cart into another cart with that startup group. What do you call the very
100%.
beginning?
Novice.
Novice.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, I would have to agree with that.
Yeah.
And there's always going to be that one freak accident that'll happen.
Yeah, and it does. I mean, I'm a firm
So
believer.
you're saying 1 out of 10 safety wise, I give it a good 9.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
Yeah.
and
For
it's,
sure.
it's good for them, I think, just to get used to any kind of a speed, being around other kids, you know,
Comfort
getting
and-
used to everything, having the engine right here next to you,
Yep.
kind of just everything. Listening to the receiver, listening to you guys, like
There's a lot.
It's just-
it can be a lot going
yeah,
after them
yeah,
kids.
yep.
Now, how many classes are there now that run?
11.
11. Is there room for more classes? Are there any such thing as any other classes? I don't know.
Not really. I don't think we need to be there till midnight, 1 o'clock on a Wednesday night. in the
Absolutely.
summertime.
Okay.
Parents, I mean, in the fall, the kids got to go to school. In the spring, they still have a couple nights at school. But in the middle of the summer, I mean, people still have to work the next day.
It is still a pretty good deal where you can be done 9:30, 10
Yeah,
o'clock
10.
more
We've-
often than not. So.
We've got it rolling out pretty good now.
Yep.
And I was going to mention too. You talk about getting people out there just to check it out, either as a fan or to just see if there's interest in being a driver. Aside from, I know, like you mentioned in the past, drivers being more than willing to lend their carts out for test drives afterwards. A whole evening of races is just $5. It's not like just for an hour for $5. It's like a full 2.5, 3 hour show, and also kids are free as well. So that's a great way to spend your Wednesday nights in your summer in my book.
Yeah. I'm going to ask these kids a couple of more questions here before we take a break and get down and ready for business. How much work do you have to do on your cart to be ready to go for next year, on your carts?
Not too much.
Okay, and who helps you? Do you do a lot of the work yourself? If Dad says you need to drop the oil on that cart, can you do it on your own?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're learning. You're getting pretty mechanically inclined. So who does help you then? Is it just you two?
My dad.
You're the team? Mom in there at all? Just you two. All right. And how about you? Do you do a lot of the work on your cart yourself?
Not very much of it.
Okay, try that again. Not very much of it. And who helps you, Dad?
Yeah, my dad and occasionally some of my family members come out and help.
Okay. And are you ready to go for next year, or do you have a lot of work to do?
We still have some work to do.
Okay. Do you guys get new bodies and stickers and wraps and stuff every year, or it depends on how bad you are in the car the year before? Or do you try to pretty it up and make it look like a brand new car every year?
Usually we get our motor sent in to get checked, and then it just depends on how banged up the body's got, and we just try to make them look a little bit better.
Okay. So they send their motors in just like the big guys do.
I didn't know that till just now.
Yeah.
That actually kind of surprised me a little bit too. So.
Yeah.
But still, I think with the carts, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I still, going back to talking to you or whatever, getting kids into it or whatever, it still isn't one of those things to where, especially when you look at other forms of racing you're getting into, it's not really going to break the bank necessarily to get in, right? So
No, absolutely not. I mean, if you want to go buy the brand new stuff off the
Well, it's like
shelf,
anything,
it
yeah.
can
but
get out of hand if you
you're
want
just
it to,
looking
but
start up and
yeah.
get your feet wet in it, it's not too terribly expensive.
Yeah, and you know, we all know there are people like that. Buy your kid $10,000 cart or whatever, top of the line, everything. They get out there and they don't want to do it. I would recommend don't start that way. Get them into it, and don't force your kid to do it. Just because you're a racing fanatic does not mean your child is. It was the complete opposite of my family. My dad, he despised people that raced cars because my dad spent his whole life making cars look good. And then he said, people like you just go out there and wreck them. And you don't know anything. Forks Karting Association, the raffle is coming up here, Dirty Thursday, brought to you by River City Speedway and some other sponsors, too. We've got Brady Johnson in with Forks Karting Association, a couple of race drivers, Charlie Paradis and Jaelynn Ross, and, of course, our co-host, Stephen Lewis. The big raffle, the drawing is coming up. Tell all your friends if you've got tickets. Make sure they know, and we will be back with that drawing after this. Life doesn't ever seem to slow down. Everything needs to be done right now. Well, when it comes time for an oil change, stop into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. You know, most changes are done in about 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change does more too. Tranny and coolant flushes, tire rotations, and batteries. And included in your oil change, they're going to top off your fluids. Check your tires, battery, lights, wipers, and cabin air filter too. And you get discounts for fleets and the military. You know, they can text and email invoices and coupons and mention Grand Forks Best Source and get $10 off your oil change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They're open Monday through Saturday with no appointment needed. Pickup and delivery is also available if you live in Grand Forks. And Valvoline Instant Oil Change is now hiring. If you'd like to join their team as an assistant manager, customer service rep, or lube tech, stop in to find out more. Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a complete oil change and more. They're at 3325 South 38th Street, or call them 701-780-8462. And make sure you tell them Grand Forks Best Source sent you. All right, and we are back at a Dirty Thursday. Got Forks Karting Association big raffle coming up here in a couple of minutes. But first off, let's show some pictures here of this past season. Dale, I think I'll just have you do a little play-by-play if you would like. And see what we got coming up here.
All right. So here we go. Jaelynn, when is this from the season, would you say about? Does that picture ring a bell for you?
Yeah, I think it was my first one, maybe.
First one there. I know I got a couple pictures of you behind the scenes this season and last season there, and I think I got your dad sent a few this way. Charlie, I think I got an action shot of you here from Do So here. Why don't you? Does this day ring a bell in particular, or just
Another day in the office.
in office? Rocking the Yamaha. What do you like? What do you prefer more, the wing carts or the Yamaha?
Wing cart.
Cart? Yeah, yeah, a bit more carts there, more car counts for those. Jaelynn, your dad sent me this the other day. Is right before a certain race?
Yeah, that was the first race of the year.
Just this past year?
Yep.
All right. And I think it's got one more close up here. Charlie, big day for you. 2-for-1 feature winner. This night probably, I bet that was a pretty good night to celebrate, right?
Yeah.
Talk us through, what do you remember the most about winning 2 features in one night?
Don't know if that was the one where there's a bunch of crashes or not.
Oh, no.
I think that was the state race
That
weekend.
was the state one.
Yeah, I think.
That's a good pick.
It's always memorable when you can do a wing dance. So.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
Jaelynn, you had a few trips to victory lane this year. I believe your first few wins of your career, right?
Yeah.
So what was it like? Do you remember that first time sitting in victory lane for the photo there? Right? What was going through your mind when Dusa was getting the photo here?
That my helmet hair was probably crazy.
It's the first thing I'd think of.
It's all right. Just look over at Dussel and just know you're better looking than him.
And I think I got one more. This was a really special night.
Oh.
This was your first time ever just doing a test drive in a Yamaha, and you got the W. What was going through your mind first time ever racing in class and you got the win?
I thought that is really fun driving a Yamaha, and I felt kind of like not really invasive, but I was like, this was the first time ever that I've ever driven a Yamaha, and then I win, and then I was like, I kind of feel bad because all the other kids were racing for I don't know how
Oh,
long.
come on.
But
That just shows you earned it. You know, no one was letting up, no one was taking it easy, and that just goes to show that, you know, your racer instincts took over. That's just had to make the night super special for you.
I would feel bad for like a minute, and that'd be about it, right?
That long?
Yeah, well, no, probably not. As soon as the pictures were done, then I'd be like, yeah.
I got one more. Who's this guy?
Hey, look at that.
my dad.
Got a few. I think he's got several wins over the last couple of years here. Some trips to victory lane. Jay, do you want to get on the mic for a quick minute? Talk us through this victory?
See, now, I look at that picture, and I think it'd be so cool, but I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to get out. It's like, I can't hardly get out of my wife's Toyota Camry. All right, so tell us about that night.
Well, trying to think which night that was, you know, every now and then everything just kind of comes.
I want to say towards the end of the season, I believe.
I think so. Yeah, everything just happens to come together some nights. You know, you get your tires right, and you know, you just do better some weeks than other weeks, and you can't really put your finger on it, but the track conditions change, and you just happen to be set up just right, and everything clicks.
And who do you
or
race?
maybe the two lead guys crash, so then you get to pull the win that way. That's happened.
So who's
before.
all in your class with you? Who do you race against?
Main class in the Masters.
Yep.
That's the old guys
Yep,
here.
yep.
So like Eric Thompson, Mike Witherall.
That's a very, very tight class. I mean, there's some good racing there. I mean, at least the last two races I got to call, that's some pretty good stuff. You guys are hauling. Man,
Yeah.
Did you get into the karts because of the kids, or were you doing this first?
No, we both got into it together about 4 years ago. We just,
okay.
Thought, hey, this would be a fun thing to do. I've always heard about it. And
Yeah.
Thought, yeah, let's do this. And we were at like a go-kart track in
Sure.
Sioux Falls, just like an amusement park one.
Oh,
time.
yeah,
We were
and then
thinking,
you just-
this is really fun. I think we need to take it up a notch.
Yeah,
And
that wow. You know, and it's not like going and playing tennis or something. You know, this is a lot more. Do you guys ever go to Northern Air and mess around with that, or do you stay away from there?
We've been there a couple times.
Okay.
And that is a fun track.
Yeah, yeah.
those carts go.
Oh, yeah, they do.
I've been wondering, I've been going to ask this to a lot of people. Are there any similarities between Thunder? Is there anything you can take from, Forks karting to Northern Air and you feel similar at all in any way? Or
Maybe a little bit, but you can get humbled pretty quick there at Northern Air, I know. But
Yeah, learn how to put somebody into the wall.
those carts move. I mean, and if you can beat a certain lap time, you can make it into the pro class.
Yeah,
there.
they
Then
keep
they
speeding
really
up your
step
carts.
Up the speed, and it is not easy to get into that.
Oh, I know.
class.
I emceed the NOSA banquet last year, and that was the deal. We were going to get 2 hours of go-kart racing, and I had to leave. So now I couldn't do it this year, and I just found out this morning about a schedule change, and now I found out I can MC the NOSA banquet. So now I'm finally going to get my fat butt in one of those carts, and I can't wait.
that's one of those things when we have the NOSA banquet over there, I almost feel like I want to call up Scotty Nelson to have the fire crew there just in case, because you never know what's going to happen with them.
Especially after a couple of beers, you never know. Are we about ready to do this thing? Brady's over there just like going, come on, guys, when are we going to do this drawing? Should we do it?
Yeah, we can start off with the $1,000 drawing.
Okay, let's start out with a grand, $1,000. Here we go.
Shake it
Oh,
up.
I need to get a
Stir it
drum
around,
roll in
shake it.
here.
I do have one in there. I have to do
There you go.
some for you if you want.
It was like I could keep doing it, but
Did you buy a ticket?
I guess
I'm
we'll
guessing
find,
yes.
I guess we'll find out.
Grab
Pick
one.
one.
Yep.
No, just stir it. I'm kidding you.
Dean Belmore out of Wapaton.
Dean Belmore. Wop. So that was $1,000.
Yep.
Congratulations, Dean.
Ticket number 052. Snap a quick picture of it.
See a comment in the got a comment in the chat here from Nick Curtis. We can get a cart dolly, and I can get B wrecker ready.
Oh, there you go. Even have a wrecker guy.
Oh, only if Steve comes with you. I don't know that I trust you fully with that, Nick, just to be honest. But.
You want to do another one? Okay, we're going to do, what's this, 2,500?
Yep. Stir it around, Jaelynn, then draw one. Don't look. Don't peek.
Don't look. Oh, for the NOSA banquet. There you go. All right, here we go.
I can't read this at all.
Let me see.
I'm an expert with bad handwriting. We can give it
Oh
a shot.
my God. It's
That is.
I want to say it's
That's what I was thinking too.
that's what
I
it
can
looks
see
like
from
to
here
me.
it's Gerald something.
Omelette?
I'd say
Maybe?
I'll have to guess Gerald Omelette. I guess I'll
I
find
mean, I
out
know
the
that guy.
correct
You
name.
got the ticket number.
Yeah, ticket number 14. Then I'll, like we do usually, I'll reach out to all your winners, get the proper spelling and mailing address for your check. Okay.
All right. Man, we got one more big one to go. That is a huge, huge win. 5 Gs?
That's wild.
What would you do if
couldn't
you won
believe
$5
that.
grand right now?
Oh man, I don't. Well, go right to the bank with it first.
I'd
and
probably go
deposit
do
it,
my
but-
Christmas shopping before I was
Yeah.
broke again.
And do the next one right away.
You want to do those? Well, let's do this last one. Get her done with. 5 large.
Stir it up.
You can pick.
Big money.
Pick a good one.
David Youngworth out of East Grand Forks, Minnesota. Ticket number 112.
That's pretty cool because you know darn well these people find out it's going to be a much better Christmas. It's going to be what a great way to kick off going into the Christmas season to win yourself either a grand, $2,500 or $5,000. That is pretty cool. Was it hard to sell all of these tickets? I mean, I know a lot of people when it says $100, geez, I'm going to learn that. Was it hard to get rid of those tickets?
I guess I don't really have an answer.
Was it harder than the regular one?
They're not for everybody,
Yep, right.
but the first 175 went right now,
Okay.
and then the last ones I had to struggle and work at it a little bit. But
Okay. Because if you've ever gotten books of tickets for FKA raffles, you got to worry about the ticket cop over here because he'll ride you. You got those things sold yet? And and normally I just go no, and then it's like, oh crap, I got 2 weeks left, and then pretty soon you try to get rid of them all as fast
Once
as
you
you can.
start selling them, they go pretty easy.
Well, once you start, yeah, that's the thing. Once you start, I'm kind of a procrastinator, and it's funny how all of a sudden, like the last 5 or 8 tickets in my book all have my name on them. You know, it's kind of funny how that works too. So, what do you kids do for the rest of the winter? What's your winter gig? Do you snowmobile? Do you ice fish? Do you do any of that stuff?
I think this year I'm gonna snowmobile and ice fish, and
Yeah.
if we get enough snow.
What kind of snowmobile you drive?
What year is that one? Some an Arctic-Cat, and then we got some Polarises.
Yeah. What do you like better? Putting you on the spot, kid.
I haven't rode our Arctic-Cat yet.
Oh, okay. See, I love ditch pickles. I'm a big Arctic Cat fan.
I was about to say, or throw a ditch pickle in there at us.
Yeah,
So.
and yeah, even if they're not even in production anymore or whatever the hell's going on up there. What do you do with your time in the winter?
I don't really do much, maybe just school, but this year I'd like to get some skiing done.
Oh, are you a downhill skier?
I'd like to be, but I haven't ever gone.
Okay. That's like me. I mean, I've water skied, cross country skied, all this stuff, but I've never downhill skied. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Got to go to like Bemidji or Walhalla too.
Yeah,
so, like,
right.
You got to clear a weekend for it, or
Well, that's
have
true.
some schedule clearance.
Well,
for
with me,
yourself,
I got to clear off the next couple of weeks because the odds are I'm going to get hurt. You know,
Yeah.
I'm going to get hurt. What about you? What are you doing all winter?
Not much, just working and actually high school hockey. I do that stuff. Got to start doing that. Got a game tomorrow night.
Oh, who's playing tomorrow?
The Night Riders. I can't remember who they're playing.
Okay, I can remember that for my sports tomorrow. I keep looking. I know it's going to be starting, but what do you do at hockey games?
Anywhere from security. Tomorrow I actually have to announce the PA and then do like the rink rider. I guess it's sports engine now. It's kind of like the stats, shots on goal and stuff.
Sure.
So it's something to do in the wintertime, and I do enjoy it. It's kind of fun watching the kids. I guess they're kids to me now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do the sports because when you're in school, you don't really appreciate it as much. But you watch these kids as I've gotten older here the last 4 years when I've done it. Like, there's some damn good athletes out there.
Kid talks like he's like my age.
He kind of more or less always has too, though.
Well,
But, like,
exactly. Yeah.
So,
I remember the first time my wife met you. She thought you were way older than you were. She did, and I go, no, the kid's in like 10th grade.
he's always been a few years older than however old
Well,
he's been. So
I had somebody in there in work the other day, and I don't know, they thought I was like 32 or something. I was
Wow,
like, Jesus.
wow. So can you give us your best announcer hollering when somebody scores a goal? No. Okay.
do we have the wah in there?
Here's your Night Rider scoring or something like that. No.
right.
Okay. All right.
That should get a wah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I know I get to see you at the rink quite a bit. I don't know. My first game is coming up day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, there's
And then the day
East
after.
Side and Central and East Side
Yep.
back to back.
So we're going to be calling both of those games. Stephen Lewis, did I leave anything out today? Any big news in your world?
No, not really. Getting caught up on Speedway shots. Almost have all of our 97 galleries edited now. Mm-hmm. So if you want to go on there and take a look or whatever, everything's nice and clean and organized now. Finally. So.
Okay.
I see Corey said there's something big going on. Steven found his razor.
I shaved this morning. Got sick of it.
That's what's different with you. I thought you were, because you weren't wearing a Canadian hockey hat. And it's funny because I was just writing down Corey Litton's name as he popped on. I visited with him for a little while this couple of days ago. It was fun. My wife had some appointments in Fargo, so I got to go see their establishment over there. That was a lot of fun. World of Outlaw schedule is out according to my
that's
speaker.
what I was going to mention.
2
Yes.
shows in Fargo.
Yep.
Wow. 2 shows for the first time since 2006.
So the Outlaw shows here are May 30th and August 22nd, with Fargo the next night on both of them. So,
Really? May 30th? I might get to be there.
Yep.
I have to go officiate a wedding and it's in June. And I thought it was the same weekend when they're usually here, beginning of June. All good. This might be better.
That's pretty darn close to the 5-year anniversary of this deal, too.
Yeah, that's right.
Just a week or two after that.
Yeah, because I didn't want to throw him to the wolves at that race.
With that
I
one,
want to be
right.
there. Yeah, for sure. Wow. What are you going to do all winter? Just work?
Yeah, just same old deal. Might sneak out and might go south. Haven't really planned anything yet, but we'll see. Might end up at the Dome next month. Might go to Arizona in January.
Fun.
We'll see what happens. But
I got a brilliant idea. You should grab Speaker and get him down here to go on the show, and maybe he can grab the Stevenator with him. But I think that'd be a good idea for a show.
I've been really wanting to get him up here. It's just a matter of getting the shop to where it's
not so dang busy.
Yeah, it's literally been all year. There's been something in there. So usually this time of year it'll lighten up a little bit where you can get away every once in a while or whatever. And just for as busy as we've been, we have not been to a Wednesday at the Dolly Down yet. Even.
No, yeah.
We're getting there though. We're getting caught up slowly but surely. He did his, I think he did his 5th semi-trailer for Vector Windows out of Fergus Falls this week and got that done and out the door, I think. So things are looking good overall for us in that area. So, but that's how winter will be for us. So,
all right. And I did want to give a shout out to Duffy's Tavern.
That was Duffy's. Yep.
Yeah. I think I've been there before, but it was funny because I walked in and of course, you know me, it's 9:15 in the morning and my son was there. It was his idea to meet there. And it's like, oh God, I didn't even think of that. So he goes, I'll have to find out if they're open. I said, I know a guy. So I call Corey right away, and he goes, yeah, they open at 8 o'clock. And I'm like, 8 o'clock? Wow. Then I get there, and they go, what do you have? And I said, do you have Busch Light in a can? And he goes, no. He goes, we got PBR. And I went, okay. And now I've found out I'm accustomed. I like PBR, too.
Okay.
Go figure, right?
Yep.
Outlaw Late Models, yeah, they'll be at River Cities. They've already, of course, come out with their schedule on June 27th. That's
and
going to be good.
Ada the next night, too.
Yeah.
In there
Ada
too.
got him back.
Yeah, so full slate of Outlaws in 2025 in this area.
All right, I'm looking forward to all of the local tracks getting their track schedules figured out. It's going to be a lot of news coming up, probably about River City Speedway and things going on there too. And I'm going to do a little more digging and see if we can't get some people in there too. But anything you want to wrap up the show with?
No, the only other thing I have is I will be reaching out to ticket winners here, hopefully later on today or sometime over the weekend. Then the last thing is we don't have a food trailer anymore.
Okay.
So we're going to be looking for a food vendor to be in there. If anybody's interested in that, they can reach out to our Facebook page at Forks Garden Association, or there's on our website, there's that infos deal, and it goes right direct to my email.
Well, people got to eat. They're going to make money. They're going to sell product.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's...
Can you throw that in the comments maybe?
Yeah,
it's the website.
Yeah, it's a good deal to... I mean, we don't charge anything, so it's really
whatever they sell, they make.
Yeah.
All right. Name your sponsors. Can you do that for me?
Paradis Inc., Scout Egg Service. That's pretty much it.
Okay, and how about you?
Custom Collision in Crookston, and then Ford Christian Motors, also located in Crookston.
What's your ties with Crookston?
We live there.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm originally from there. I just don't tell too many people. We'll talk about that after the show's done. Any parting words for you, my friend?
No, luckily, Mike, I did have it written down in here about the outlaw dates, but
okay.
I really can't think of anything off the top of my head.
All right. Now, just a quick reminder: we will not be doing a show on Thursday because it's Halloween. It's Thanksgiving on Thursday. You never know; we might maybe dig out an old show, but
Dale might throw together something.
Yeah, and he usually does.
Yeah, well, we may have something special in the works there for next week. Some kind of special replay or best of or some kind of combination. We'll figure it out.
Okay, and then I don't have anything booked after that, so we'll try to figure something out. But again, Dean Belmore, Gerald Omelette, David Youngworth, congratulations! You are all winners. Big winners at that, too, in the Forks Karting Association raffle. I want to give a shout-out to Brady Johnson. Of course, Brady and Kenny always do such a great job here with you guys, and you're awesome. You're like a regular here now on the show, and nothing phases you. And, of course, Charlie Paradis, it was great talking to you, kid. I've only talked to you once before. Remember meeting me at the trailer? I met you at the trailer before the last race this year. Good talking to you. Jaelynn Ross, awesome talking to you guys. Good luck next year. Have a good winter. Keep riding that ditch pickle, all right? You don't have to worry about those other ones. And everybody here, have a great Thanksgiving, too. And thanks to Dale, the producer. Again, doing a great job. And thank you all for you people that called and text. Our show today, by the way, brought to you by Rumors Sports Bar and Casino. They're right here in the Grand Cities Mall. Rumors is a real cool place. If you want to go watch UND sports, say like a hockey game, you go into Rumors, you get yourself some great food, you give them $5, they get you on a bus, they bring you right to the front doors of the Ralph, they pick you up right at the front doors of the Ralph, they bring you back, and you get a free drink. What a great deal. Home of the world-famous Beer Tower. If you want to go win some money playing bingo, it's funny, I didn't see Robin walk over there yet, but I'm sure she'll be there soon. Go play some bingo today. Any sandwich and a side is only $7. My favorite, Monday. It's Monday Mac Day. All day long, $7. They're mac and cheese. It's so good. You can hear your arteries harden while you eat it. So go check them out. They're open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. Rumors Sports Bar and Casino. Big screens and TV streams coming your way at 1 o'clock today. If you're into beer, make sure you catch the Brew Brothers podcast. That's at 9 o'clock tonight. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you guys for making the trip here. I know you guys got a long drive home. Have a good rest of your day. Remember to like, share, tag, and follow us, everybody, all right? If you hit that notification bell on your smartphone, it dings every time we go on the air. You won't miss a great show like this. We know the Forks are awesome. Hey, Grand Forks Best Source is giving the Forks their identity back.